Okay, we were discussing yesterday payments, protocols, and related issues and security requirements. We have discussed about authentication, integrity, encryption, and non-repudiation. And encryption is encrypting the data at the sender's end and then decrypting at the receiver's end for the security during the transmission. Non-repudiation means merchants need to protection against customers' unjustified denial of placed orders, or you have sent something, some documents, money, anyone, the receiver cannot deny, and also sender also cannot deny that they have not sent in many such cases. Right? These topics we were discussing. You all are able to view the slides, right? Slide. Alka based. Alka. Ashwinika Singh. Are you all able to view the slides?
Good morning, sir.
Morning. स्लाइड दिखाई दे रही है आपको?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And security schemes. This is the first one is secret key cryptography, and it is also called symmetric security, and we have discussed in one topic of security encryption and decryption in last unit, in the second unit about that, or in the fourth one. Key is sender has sends with a key and receiver deciphers the message with the same key. Original message sender you are sending as you entered your password anywhere on the websites or on your applications. Suppose you are entering a password, that is original message. So that is encryption. Here is encryption. A key is used to encrypt your password. You may have seen many time on the browser's window, browsers on the address bar, that when you enter this password then submits it, and it becomes a long string of or long string of characters. So that is because of it mixed with the key. The original text, password text mixed with the key for the transmission on the internet, right? At the receiver's end, the key is used for decryption so that the original password can be retrieved. Password I am taking here as an example. It is basically any message you are sending. We use a key for encryption. We mix that message with key and makes one unreadable text during the transmission of the internet. At the receiver's end, we receive and we decrypt to receive the original message. And the key is receiver key is used for decryption. That is the method of secret key cryptography and security scheme, secret key cryptography, right? That is one scheme. And security is the public key cryptography, that is there is a different, the public key receiver original message, same thing, the things are used, but keys are here. We have here one private key and one public key. So we use this is in case of digital signatures, and we discussed during the digital signatures as well about this scheme, right? Here we have public key as well as private key for decryption of the message in the security system. That is another security scheme, right? And digital signature is one analogous to handwritten signature. We have covered a topic on digital signature, right? Sender encrypts a message with her private key, and you also signs the key to the receiver as uploading the e-tennering system or many other places we are using this digital signature, right? Digital signature is used because what? the one of the purpose is non-repudiation. You have sent the document, also the digitally signed. You cannot deny that you have not sent these documents, right? And also receivers cannot deny that he has received any such document. So that is digital signature we are using. Any receiver with sender public key can read it. Sender's public key it is. Sender encrypts a message with her private key. Getting the point? Message is encrypted with the help of private key, and anyone having sender's public key can decrypt the message and can read it. A digital signature is attached by a sender to a message encrypted in the receiver's public key. A digital signature is attached by a sender to a message encrypted in the receiver's public key. The receiver is the only one that can read the message, and at the same time he is assured that the message was indeed sent by the sender. He is assured the message is sent by the sender only because he is able to decrypt using the public key of sender, right? This is also confirmed. Like placing of order, if you are placing an order online, then that is, it also needs non-repudiation, that you cannot deny that you have not non-repudiation. You haven't placed the order. You cannot deny that you have not placed the order because the system is secured, and if you have placed the order, then definitely there is a proof. There is a proof that you have placed the order, and you cannot deny. This is digital security, and that is required for the receiver, for the seller also. You have placed the order. We have the proof. Getting the point? Non-repudiation. And if you have paid the money in advance, then the receiver cannot deny that he or she have not received the money in advance. This is what digital security, non-repudiation. And the next scheme is certificate, identifying the holder of public key. Holder of public key, as we have discussed in the last slide, if you need a public key of the sender to decrypt the message and to read it, issued by a trusted certificate authority, right? Key exchange, that is certificate of security, that is, and a security scheme, certificate authority. So different security schemes we are using encryption, digital signature, digital certificate, right? And public or private comes in levels hierarchy. A hierarchy of systems are there. A trusted third party services, issuer of digital certificates, who issues digital certificate, verifying that a public key indeed belongs to a certain individual. Because we need a public key for decryption and it, right? So RCA is root certificate authority at this level, top level. BCA, brand certificate authority. GCA is geopolitical certificate authority. CCA, then we have CCA here. The three are equivalent. Grade card holder certificate authority and merchant certificate authority and payment gateway certificate authority. Hierarchy of certificate authorities, right? Certificate authority needs to be verified by a government or well trusted entity like post office and all. These certificate authorities, right? They are public or private, comes in labels, hierarchy. A trusted third party services. The certificate authorities are third party certificate as well. Electronic credit card system on the internet. The process of using credit cards offline, right? How we are using them and what are the systems. Here, this is moving like that with the arrow, right? Cardholder requests the issuance of a card bank like Visa and MasterCard card brand to an issuer bank in which the cardholder may have an account. One thing is clear, I have explained it many times. Visa and MasterCard are basically card debit or credit card providing companies. Visa and MasterCard, two different one providing. They are what? They are card holder issuance of a card brand. They are basically card issuer, card brand. And they are connected with or they have partnered with what? Your bank. One is issuer bank. The Visa is a card brand and card management service, and your issuer bank, suppose you have an account with HDFC or with Axis Bank or with any other bank, right? So the bank is partnered with Visa or MasterCard for issuance of credit or debit card. Getting the point? And the third, these are the internationally operating agencies, Visa and MasterCard. Now India has its own service, RuPay card. RuPay. You may be knowing about that, and most of the government banks are using RuPay card for debit as well as credit cards, right? So RuPay card is there. The two different entities are there. The one is the agency or the company or the brand which are managing and issuing cards like Visa, MasterCard, RuPay card. They have partnered with the different issuing bank where commercial banks where we have account, right? The authorization of card issuance by the issuer bank is HDFC Bank, whatever it is, or its designated brand company may require customers physical visit to an office. Initially, today they don't require any physical visit to office if they are issuing credit card, right? And the executive can come to you and may take a picture or other documents. A plastic card is physically delivered to the customer's address by mail. That is true. Today, even a plastic card they deliver at our home or at our office. The card can be in effect as the card holder calls the bank for the initiation and signs on the back of the card. That was basically the old system, the way used to sign at the back of the card, right? These days also we have to sign, but we don't sign any bill anywhere now. The initial system when we were using the card, that offline cards basically we are talking about on the internet, right? The process of using credit cards offline, we will be using these cards offline, not very well connected. The card holder shows the card to a merchant to pay a request amount, then the merchant asks for approval from the brand, right? And upon the approval, the merchant approves from the brand. Upon the approval, the merchant requests payment to the merchant's acquire bank and pay fee for the service. This process is called a capturing process. Acquiring bank requests the issuer bank to pay for the credit amount. The issuer bank basically pays for the money, right? And in lieu of the card, issuing the card, managing the card services and all, these Visa, MasterCard or RuPay card, these companies are charging 1 to 2% in transaction. Getting the point? 1 to 2% in of transactions. It depends upon the type of transaction and with part as they partnered with the different companies, and the percentage is as such 1 to 2%, right? And if you have shopped for the 10,000 rupees by using the credit card or debit card, then the shopkeeper have to pay that percentage. Not you are not going to pay. You will be paying US service charges or other charges of the debit card or credit card. but the percentage on that transaction amount will be paid by the who is receiving the money, basically the merchant, the shop owner, store owner, or anyone. So many times what happens if the margin is very low, if it's very competitive product and we are going to buy it to the credit card or any or debit card, so they says that, or it happens mostly in the case of the credit card, right? The commission or charges by the Visa and MasterCard companies are higher in credit card. Maybe banks may be charging something in the credit cards, right? So not less in the debit card. And in the competitive pricing is there, the margin is only 4-5%. So in such cases, many store owners, small store owners basically may ask for 1 or 2% extra payment if you are paying using your credit card. This is my personal experience. Even just last month, I purchased something from the wholesaler. That store was, I can say, wholesaler, a good selling in a good competitive price, and he asked me to pay for the 1.5% or 2%, sorry, 2% extra. If I have to pay, I am going to pay with the credit card. I was saving on the product around more than 6-7% if I was buying that product from any other retail shop. So no issue with me also. I am saying 7%, I have to pay 2% to him. Still I am in a profit of 5%. No issue. I paid. I said it's okay. You add your amount, and I'm agree to pay. Right. So this is about the card companies and how they are working. Basically, Visa, Master, RuPay, these are the separate entities, separate agencies managing the card services. Their business sustains on the basis of their revenue generation schemes are on the basis of uh, the commission, right? We can say the margins they are getting 1%, maybe somewhere 0.5% or 0.75% to 2-3% on the basis of different card services. So, and next is now the card holder, credit card, merchant, payment authorization is done by the merchant bank, right? Card brand company, as I said. So this is about how we do the transaction on card. What is a secure electronic transaction protocol? We talked on the first slide about SET. It is we use during the credit card or debit card transactions. The SET protocol is used. Right? How secured electronic transaction protocol, sender's computer, how it works? The message is hashed to a prefixed length of message digest from the sender's computer. The message digest is encrypted with the sender's private signature, key, and digital signature is created. The composition of message, digital signature, and sender certificate is encrypted with the symmetric key which is generated at sender's computer for every transaction. The result is an encrypted message. SET protocol uses the DES algorithm instead of RSA for encryption because of DES can be executed much faster than RSA. These are the basically different types of the algorithms used in the encryption. Two types of encryption algorithms we have discussed during the week. Right, the symmetric key itself is encrypted with the receiver's public key, which was sent to the sender's in advance. The result is digital envelope in advance because so that we can encrypt. At receiver's computer, the encryption message and digital envelope are transmitted to receiver's computer via the internet. Encryption message and digital envelope. The digital envelope is decrypted with the receiver's private exchange key. Using the restored symmetric key, the encrypted message can be restored to the message, digital signature, and sender certificate. To confirm the integrity, the digital signature is decrypted by sender's public key, obtaining the message digest. The delivered message is hashed to generate message digest. The message digest obtained by step 8 and 9 respectively are compared compared by the receiver to confirm whether there was any change during the transmission. This step confirms, right? So this is the way of credit card transactions, how and the role of digital signature and encryption. The SET versus SSL, secure electronic transaction versus secure socket layer. SET is tailored to the credit card payment to the merchants. It is basically used for credit card payments. SSL is a protocol for general purpose secure message exchange encryption. As I said, if a website have SSL, then it is clear from its name HTTPS. S is there for SSL for security. Otherwise, non-SSL website means HTTP, right? So SET protocol hides it is general purpose security and using the encryption SSL, and SET is only for credit cards. SET protocol hides the customer's credit card information from merchants and also hides the order information to banks to protect privacy. This scheme is called dual signature. And here SSL protocol may use a certificate, but there is no payment gateway. So the merchants need to receive both the ordering information and credit card information because the capturing process should be initiated by merchants. The merchant basically, if the website is having SSL, then they, for the transactions, they integrate payment gateway. They integrate payment gateway. Getting the point? 5 security tips, that is very important, these tips in today's scenario. You may be surprised that in the last 3 months of the 2019, 128 crores of fraud has been reported by all the banks. And banks reported 6 cases of fraud every minute. These are basically festive seasons. Sales on every e-commerce store. In Navratris, later Diwali sales, neither New Year, the whole month celebrated by the Christian community as well as also the Christmas and New Year. So these 3 October, November, December. So please remember and spread all these messages. Don't reveal your online password to anyone. If you think your online password has been compromised, change it immediately. Don't walk away from your computer if you are in the middle of a session. Once you have finished conducting your banking on the internet, always sign off before visiting other internet sites. If anyone else is likely to use your computer, clear your cache or turn off and reinitiate your browser in order to eliminate copies of web pages that have been stored in your hard drive. Cache, basically we can clear the cache, or we don't have to save basically at least transaction passwords or our banking password on our browser, as you save most of the password information on cache. Bank of America strongly recommends that you use a browser with 128-bit encryption. That is, now every browser is coming with these encryptions. Managerial issues related to these security solution provider. If suppose you are going to head of the e-commerce or looking after the e-commerce in the company you will join, so how you have to collaborate with different vendors. Security solution providers you need to know about to protect your site or your e-commerce store. Electronic payment system solution providers, electronic stores, you have banks, credit and brand companies, credit card brand companies or card brand companies about systems and commissions and all, smart card brand and certificate authority. You have to interact with most of them, right? So this is about payment security systems. Thank you very much. And please be there. I am downloading the attendance sheet.